Hello, welcome back to LEGO Librarian. Today we're going to do this LEGO Batman set 7779. This set included Batman and Catwoman, and it was originally released in 2006 and was one of the first wave of Batman Legos that were ever released. There was 4 or 5 other sets that came out in the same wave. I don't know what order, but yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, so first there are 2 minifigures with this set. A gray-suited Batman and the Catwoman minifigure. Way back when they didn't print facial features on helmets like they sometimes do now. They would print it on the face itself, depending on what they were going for to see under the mask. So you have these large gray spots, kind of like goggles on Catwoman, and then when the mask is on, you just see gray through the eye holes. But for Cat, neither of these minifigures have weapons in this set, which is a little unusual, I think. And there's a misprint in the index for this. It shows Catwoman's torso piece twice. Alright, and then the Batman with signature cape, of course. This one, like the set I did last time, also has the white band around the top that shows through the eye holes for his helmet. Kind of gives it just a light gray, whitish look through the cowl. Alright, and those 2 minifigures, that's it. Like I said, no weapons for it. Next is Catwoman's motorcycle. This entire set had less than 100 pieces and originally sold for $10. But has these 2 light gray handlebar pieces, purple motorcycle, the 2 tires or wheels, then it has 2 black 1x1s for, I guess, ears or rear view mirrors, then a black 1x1 goes on the rear of the motorcycle here, and a radioactive green 1x1 for the headlight. Lastly, there's a whip that attaches to the back. This whip is broken, but I believe I have a replacement with one of my Aqua Raider sets. And a flame. Then the figurine, the minifigure. And that is done in all about a dozen pieces. Alright, moving on to the, I don't know what you would call it, a version of the Batmobile, I suppose, a dragster. You have a 2x10 thin black piece, a 4x6. Again, these instructions on the PDF from LEGO's website are old enough that it's difficult to tell the exact color and placement of some of the pieces, but I pre-built this one and double-checked the index to make sure I had everything correct. I ordered some instructions, so hopefully I can re-upload some of these once the instructions arrive, and it'll be much more clear. Looks like some of these, even now, are a little bit hard to tell for sure. 4 of these blue pegs, and the 2 pieces that I put on the inside are kind of a burnt red, bordering on brown. A black 2x4. Two black 1x3s with slopes. And 2 dark gray 1x1s that fit on the very rear of the vehicle. Hopefully this video goes a lot more smoothly than the last one I did. Those instructions were giving me some trouble. Alright, this 4x6 for the front. And So at this point the instructions are a little unclear, but you're going to use these 1x6s, and they're going to run all the way back so that they are on the light gray piece at the rear and running up next to the cockpit, the seat. Oops. Alright, and then a light gray 4x8. It'll go all the way back so it's buttressed up against those downslope pieces. A dark gray 1x4. And if it's difficult to see any step in this process, just drop a comment or something and let me know, like if my hands are in the way too much or whatever it may be. Right, a 2x4, dark gray. And I can always go slower or speed it up, whatever needs to happen. A 2x2, light gray. And then this large piece with the Batman stickers on either side is going to connect directly over the light gray 2x2. And there are two flame pieces that will attach to the rear. Alright. Flipping to the bottom, there's a 2x2 light gray skid plate. And that's all that goes there. Then you have a 1x2 black with a X hole, an X in the center here, and then two 1x1 black pieces with a hole in the center. And those holes face out to the sides. Next you'll need a red X-shaped peg and one of these, which is black. That will attach to the rear of the vehicle. Need two dark gray 1x2s. These hinges will connect the canopy later on. Next you'll need two dark gray, whatever those are called, and two blue pegs, half peg, half X peg. And those will connect to either side of those 1x1s that you attached earlier. And they need to be canted at an upward angle. Alright, next the canopy will attach. And you can go ahead and toss Batman in for good measure. At least you'll know where it is. Oops. I always worry about damaging the cape, so I try not to actually use this set as intended too often. It is pretty old at this point. Alright, next you'll need to set that aside. You have a wheel attached to a light gray 2x2, a blue peg, and another light gray 2x2 with a hole. Next you'll need two black 2x2s with an L. Which fit directly down the sides of the wheel. Then for the top, you'll have two dark gray 1x2s and a 2x2 swivel piece. Set that down for the moment. Need a 1x1 black piece that has connecting studs on 5 sides. And you'll need 4 dark gray binocular pieces. And these 4 are all going to attach facing towards the top which will create a neat little Gatling gun type effect, which will attach to that blue peg that you put on earlier and allow it to spin. All right, next you'll have two black 1x4s with slopes. These angle towards the rear of the vehicle, and two black 1x6s with slopes, which aim towards the front. And then there are two gold or off orange 1x2 vents, which help hold those together, like so. And then that attaches to the very front of the dragster. And that swivel allows it to turn as it's traveling. All right, next, your wheels, rear wheels. Two dark gray pegs with two fluorescent fire red cones. These are your flick fire missiles. Go on either side, like so. You'll have this 2x2 sloped black piece here. And lastly, a bat wing that attaches to the rear of the vehicle. And that is it. That rotating front wheel kind of allows it to have an interesting little turn that it can do. And then you've got the motorcycle that Catwoman uses. Pretty simple sets. I always thought that the front for this dragster was pretty interesting. Other than that, it's very straightforward and easy to do. All right, thank you.